Hi, I'm Xysis, and this is Victoria 3, where we're continuing to play as the North German Federation, and we're gonna be reconstructing the German Empire. Now let's get right into it here. The Dutch are starting a diplomatic play here in Indonesia. We will declare neutrality there. We don't really care too much about that. Now we are currently building up our military. We're building our arms industries now, and then some fishing wharves. We can probably go on increasing our... How many barracks do we have at the moment? We're up to 265, so we probably want to switch this up. Let's get everyone using skirmish infantry. Same thing here. We might as well have our conscripts using that as well. Use a little bit more ammunition, so we're gonna need to build some ammunition plants and probably some more explosive plants. Ports, yeah, they're all different. Yeah, this is fine as it is. No, we don't want to go in there. We want to be in on the military one. Let's clear out this locked map mode. Okay, so we're... What did I say we had? We had 200 and something, 265. And let's start by getting it up to 300, I think. We're probably going to have to get up closer, up to above 400 at least. But that means we want to have another 35 at least somewhere out right now. That's another 20 on the eastern border. Let's put another... Should we put another 15 down here? It is in... Can we see which army they are in? No, not here. If we go into the military... No, if we put them in Hesse, they go to the North German Army HQ. I think we might want to have them in the Rhine HQ. Let's add another 15 here then. I don't know if we've got anyone in... Wonder what these would be for strategic region or HQ. But they should be in the Rhine too. They are right on the Rhine. And we already have 6 barracks here in Bavarian Rhineland. We're probably not going to get Bavaria anytime soon, are we? What do you have? You are a defensive pact with Württemberg. Well, it should be joining us if they like us well enough. We'll see what happens there. We still have Brunswick too. Brunswick, Bavaria and Württemberg. And Hohenzollern. I'm not sure Hohenzollern will just join up us or integrate with us. I think we might need to use the Form Germany one. And this one is... Sweden should not be siding with Austro-Hungary when they are our ally. Unless they are an ally of Austria as well. No, they have a defensive pact. Of course, we would be the aggressors, and they might want to... Okay, and yeah, and they've got an obligation there. We'll see what happens. We just need to let the game run for a bit. Alright, so we have secret police now. Intelligentsia does not like this, of course. We might get a little bit from no home affairs as some support here. Same with legal guardianship. We don't want to touch these if we can avoid it. Then we got level 1 of home affairs, which will help with the political movement, radicalism and suppression impact on interest group attraction. But this will help keep these kind of movements from producing too many radicals. We do want to see what we can do about our standard of living though, because we've got some goods here, especially in the middle strata, it looks like, that are expensive. and in the upper strata. Luxury furniture, we can do something about that. Wine, thought we did something about the wine. They'll start drinking more the more we make for them. And the same thing, wine here is expensive. Services are starting to come up in price. We can probably lower the services as well. And clothes, yeah, textile mills, we can look over them. And the same thing, luxury furniture. Now, the lower strata should not be using any luxury furniture, but clothes are expensive. Grain prices come down and the liquor prices come down. And where are we producing? We go in and we check our clothes. We are producing them in Silesia, Saxony, Hesse. Yeah, we're producing a little bit everywhere. Okay, let's go in this way then. I think we made one. Did we make one that was making? No, we don't have any luxury clothes ones yet. Got this one using sewing machines. And if we were to bring them all over to using sewing machines, dye would become ludicrously expensive, as would fabric and tools. And clothes become dirt cheap. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Bringing them all, those prices are okay. But we'll be producing less clothes, so because we're already on dye workshops. Okay, so we want to, maybe if we switch just Silesia over then. That'll bring the price down, not by a lot. Oh yeah, we need to produce 1,000 more clothes. Almost that 900, yeah, so this is what we need to do then. The price shouldn't come down quite that much now, should it? And we can work on dyes, we can work on fabrics and tools. And the substitution is actually making us more profit. Okay, let's switch all our textile mills over. Don't think mechanized looms is going to help us. We can use the laborers instead to keep the tools cheaper. We don't have to expand our tools industries. Furniture manufacturers. Yeah, here we got some luxury furniture production. You're producing a lot of them. I don't think we've got a problem with ordinary furniture, do we? Not that much. Could go for a mechanized workshop, maybe in Brandenburg. Would make us 200 more furniture. We need about that, that's fine. I do think we probably want to... How much more luxury furniture do we need? We need 200 more. We can swap both of those over. Do we have anything else we want to check while we are here? Shipyards have different production methods as do the arms industries. Services we wanted to have a little bit of a look at. Transportation, we're missing loads of it. Personal transportation only. Where do we have our... Who's using gas lights? Holstein, yeah, no. Unlit streets. And someone here is using a different method. The Niger Delta, yeah, that's fine. Schleswig-Holstein can go up to at least market squares. But maybe we can check in one of our bigger cities. It would be good if it sorted it on size here. In Silesia maybe. We go to covered markets. How many services are we? I think we're quite balanced there. But bringing the prices down would be good too, of course. Yeah, no, that's. I think that's fine. We'll take it as it is. Let's see if we can't do something about the farms down here then. So the wheat farms there, what do we have? We got wheat farms here as well. We built so much wine and they just wanted even more of it. I guess it's a luxury drink, of course. But we do need more wheat. And that should be, I think that's actually 20 or something farms, isn't it? Okay, so fertilizer is dirt cheap. That's okay. That was probably not the most effective way of clicking that up. But hey, that's how we've done it. That means we'll max this one out for the throughput bonus as well. Yes, we've got a plus 30 there, so having 31 wheat farms here is gonna help us out. And Brunswick wants to join us up. Thank you very much, you are very welcome. And our infamy is, well, it's not that high. Okay, so we're still missing one piece of Brunswick. Got a few barracks, it looks like. And I think this is all fine as it is. We'll go down that way, we don't need to use the coal there. And I would love to start making some luxury clothes, but we don't have any silk. I think this is quite okay. Yeah, we need some more fabric. We are loads short. Maybe we can import some fabric from somewhere. We go by amount. No, we can't really import any bigger numbers of it. So let's see if we can. No, we got terrible, terrible, terrible market access here. No, that's not where we wanted to go. And it is incorporated already. I think Elb is incorporated. Hanover is not though. Let's incorporate Hanover. Brunswick is incorporated. And that means everyone else should be incorporated as well. Lübeck maybe not. No, let's incorporate Lübeck as well. And let's fix our bureaucratic shortfall as soon as possible. Now, where do we want to spread these then? I think we build one in Saxony, one in Hesse, one in Anhalt, one in Brunswick. Alright. And I alt-click those so they go up to the top of the queue, above all of our military construction and wheat farms and whatnot. And barracks are really, really, really fast to construct. They require like a 50 construction. And they can start getting, it should help with the, yeah, it's already helped bring the clout of the armed forces up. Okay, so South Germans have started migrating to South Dakota. The taxation capacity here is good. We need railways here though. And that's also something we want to alt-click up to the top. Now we need some livestock ranches, I think. Because we need fabric. Meat is not something we need though. Open air stockyards, yeah. This only produces more meat. And we don't need that. We do need this though. War profiteering. So where do we want to build those? If we check our production. I've got them spread out a little bit. We don't really have anywhere that is specialized for this. Well, I'm guessing Silesia would be one. So maybe we build them here then. Just to try and stave off this fabric balance a bit. Because that's a pain. It also uses wheat, of course. We might need to increase our rye farms as well. The wheat farms are going up there. Okay, so let's bring this one up to 31. And where do we have our rye farms? They're also spread out. We don't have any big concentrations. Oh, we do have... No, that's in Saxony. Brandenburg, where can we build? Well, I guess we could build them over here somewhere. Let's build them in Posen. We've got our... I want to have more than that. That's plus 21. Don't think we want plus 21. Yes, we do. How many more do we want? No, not livestock. We want to get up to 31 here too as well. Let's we're up to 29, 31. And this will help produce wheat, it'll help produce fruit, it'll help produce sugar. Fruit is not that bad. And they are of course using soil-enriched farming. That's good. We could actually switch these over to potatoes as well and help with the liquor. I think that might be the better option here. Okay, so war profiteering. The pacifists led by Peter von Boyen are protesting against the weapons manufacturing in Brandenburg. How much weapons manufacturing do we have in Brandenburg? Quite a lot, I think. Yeah, we've got 5 levels of arms manufacturing here. We might need to activate subsidies on these because they're not making a lot of money at the moment. They should be. Our small arms are still very cheap. And the raw materials they have are expensive. We need to look into steel, tools and hardwood. And this is probably something that could be subsidized as well. No, we don't want to be halting our production for 5 years of small arms. Yeah, no, we shall not be shamed for our good craftsmanship. We need to keep this industry running because we are building up for war. Let's get rid of this one. What did we say? We needed to look into steel and tools. How do we have any infrastructure? We've got infrastructure here, because this is where we've got a bunch of steel mills. Now, why are these... No, they are subsidized. Yeah, good. They're making lots of profit. Because steel is expensive now. Iron is cheap. Coal is middling. We need to build some more coal mines then. Now we could switch up the production method as well. How much more steel do we need? We produce 150, I think, per level. No, 90 per level. Okay, so we need... And let's add 3-4 more. Yeah, let's double up on the steel mills here. And we're gonna need to get some more tool workshops. Right, we have a good... Okay, yeah, we've got some tooling workshops here in Anhalt. We can use this manufactory. We need loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of tools. We're in a good balance for wood. We can increase wood's production and we needed some more hardwood anyway. I think these are 80 apiece. Let's start by just doubling this one up as well then. Let's get this unpaused. And yeah, we can't have a lot of logging camps here. We can increase them to sawmills. And probably over to hardwood here as well, since that was expensive. And let's just max it out. It's only 8 levels we can have here in West Prussia. There's no forest left there. Can have another 9 here in Posen. That might be a good place to build them in. Let's put those at the end of the queue. I put these at the top of the queue. And the same thing here. Let's go hardwood production and sawmills here. Once they start running. Okay, so how is our military looking? We're gonna need to have more generals here in the Rhine HQ. We're gonna need to have Probably if we build 10 more battalions somewhere here. And you are controlling, you can't really see from here. You've got Rhineland and North Rhine, which means that these are in reserve in Westphalia. Let's add another 10 levels of barracks here. Since the generals command 20, 40 or 60 battalions. And they only command them from the same barracks, so if they can't add the entirety of a different barracks, they won't be adding them. It works a little bit weird. We've got 80 here in Poland. We probably want to boost this up again to 100. I think we should be pretty close to, if not past 300. Yeah, we're past 300 now. That's good. We do need skirmish infantry on all of them. Maybe should be waiting with switching this up until we've unlocked the... No, because that's done with the bolt action rifles, no? Enlistment, no, wait. It's all the way down here, I think. Military statistics? No. Trench warfare, that's where we get the next level of infantry, so that's quite the way away. We can't even unlock it because we need a telegraph for it. Bolt action rifles would be a good one too, to unlock more small arms, but I think we're okay with repeaters. Machine guns would be nice for the kill rate, but it's really with the automatic machine guns you get a big boost, since you can... That's the machine gunners for the barracks, which has loads of defense. And then flamethrowers is also one that you can have there, chemical warfare. It's the specialization. Now we can't really do anything with this because we don't have access to opium. Okay, so the petite bourgeois have expressed their concerns to the government about clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Well, maybe we do... Oh yes, this is really good. So the patriotic fervor has been upgraded. That's 30% offense and defense. This is right where we want to be when we go to war. The petite bourgeois, well, we're not really in debt, so and I think we are in... There we go, loads and loads of approval of them. So let's disregard them for now. There we go. We're going to fix these battalions in reserve in a bit. How are the tensions looking down here? I don't think they're that bad anymore. We are at 73. Fang is a pretty big nation here, and looks like the French are getting in here as well. Which could be an opening to conquering this from the French. And that would mean setting up a small military force down here, I think. Which might not be a bad thing in either case. Could have just a 20 strength barracks down here. In Cameroon. I think maybe we want to start off our colonization progress here again. We'll let that grow a little bit more. Inefficient agriculture in Silesia. This isn't good. But this, the event doesn't really have anything to do with agriculture. It's got to do with subsistence farms. We've gotten this one before as well. And, well, don't really mind that, but the extra migration attractiveness is nice, even though we don't like to have the radicals. But we are doing very good work here on the radicals. They are going down. Yeah, that's fine. We can see, where do we have the radicals? And there's a lot of them here in Posen and in Westphalia. And Westphalia, I think, is... Yeah, we're subsidizing the buildings here that aren't pulling a profit. So they get to keep their jobs. And here impose, and not really sure why they... That's probably this. They are discriminated against here, so we got a lot of radicals from discrimination in Posen. And this should be fine by now too. Let's see what we can do with the decrease here. Maybe we can turn some off. That's fine. We got the encouraging of resource industry here. Maybe we could encourage agriculture here for the wine farms. We actually got quite a lot of Catholics here as well. Might be worth trying to convert some of those. That could be a reason for the radicals here. No, we can't even do this. And promote social mobility. Could be another one. Now we do have a lot of manufacturing going on in these states as well. And that might be a good one to have for now. The manufacturing industry. That'll help our steel mills out. I still got loads of authority. Maybe we want to pop that in arms industries here. In Rhineland we've got our tooling workshops. I think tools are still something that we need loads of. Okay, so we got our breech loading artillery finally. Let's encourage manufacturing in Rhineland as well. Would be good if we could see what kind of manufacturing industries we have in all of these states. Saxony's got loads as well. Saxony is a good one to encourage manufacturing industries in. Okay, so this unlocks the breech loaders for the arms industry. And most importantly, it unlocks shrapnel artillery, which is a huge boost up from mobile artillery. And this is, I think the French actually have it as well. Yeah, so we needed this to be able to go on par with them anyway, because it's so much better than the mobile artillery. Yeah, let's get rid of that. We can't do anything more with this. What we do want to do, however, is switch all of our barracks up to shrapnel artillery. This will make ammunition really expensive, so we need to build even more, or we need to build some more ammunitions factories. And dynamite's gonna help with that as well. Now for our conscripts, let's just switch it over and back again to get rid of that. We're gonna stick to mobile artillery. We don't need the extra ammunition here. You can see the shrapnel artillery is double. So I think we will be fine with it this way. Okay, so I think we've got our munitions plants here in the North Rhine. And with the dynamite, we can change our production to explosive shells. So that's the next thing we really want to have. Oh, and we're getting it from tech spread as well, I think. No, it's just our previous research we did in the field. And explosive shells then double the amount of ammunition produced in the munitions plants. Or almost doubles. So that's really good. We also get vacuum evaporation, which helps produce more explosives. And we can use dynamite in our mines, which is a safer one than nitroglycerin. And we can start implementing that in our mines en masse. So for munitions plants, we probably want to build a few of these as well. We are missing 450 and we might need some more for the future. But we probably, yeah, we're making... Let's start by just popping this up, I don't know, too. Let's go to level 10 for 11, so we get the nice and even throughput bonus. questionable practices in Brandenburg. Released patients from the Berlin asylum have steadily denounced the practices involved in their supposedly medical treatments, mistreatments of the sick, withholding of personal letters, and disproportionate punishments were among the charges. Their judgment cannot be trusted. They are from an asylum, aren't they? We need to entirely revise how the asylums work, which gives us standard of living and 20,000 government expenses. No, we're not going to take that. Bureaucracy, no, we're riding the lower end of bureaucracy. So, yes, the trade unions gain a little bit of unhappiness with us. I think that's just the price we have to pay. Now we do want to pull this one around. Now these subsidies are from mostly the chemical plants. It's a little bit of a hard one here because the chemical plants produce the explosives which we desperately need. But the fertilizers are so cheap at the moment. We probably want to look into... We need to expand this as well. How are we doing for the price of sulfur, price of coal? Iron is okay. Coal and sulfur is not. But I think the coal mines are already using... No, they're not using nitroglycerin. And that would at least help a little bit with the... let's bring in some nitroglycerin into the coal mines until we unlock the dynamite. Don't think we need to build any more of them. I think Saxony has her sulfur mines. We are missing 77 sulfur. Nitroglycerin would bring in 70. I think that's a fair deal. We don't need to build anything because our construction queue is, as usual, quite long. 120 weeks. And why are you conciliatory against us? I might want to damage the relations here even more. With Holstein we have the... No, I want to be in here. Didn't we have the option to do some diplomatic place against Holstein earlier? Maybe not. Let's damage the relations there. Maybe that was here. With Hanover. Yeah, Hanover we can conquer. And Denmark, I don't think we can... Doesn't allow us to actually take them, so we probably need to do something like open market with them. And Sweden will join us as an ally against Denmark, that is good. But we need to face Russia. Russia has loads of conscripts. Let's see if we can find a Russian barracks. No, okay, let's go up here to Moscow. Or at least know they have some barracks there. Okay, we got gantry cranes for free. That increases our max port level. And we can use industrial ports if we need more convoys. We don't need that at the moment. Okay, so the Russians are using line infantry and mobile artillery. And they had 200 something battalions of that. And they got, of course, they got the conscripts as well. Where'd you go, Moscow? And the conscripts are using... No, that's the construction sector. Infantry-focused line artillery. Okay. We don't have to be too scared of the Russians. But we do need to have some good forces here on the eastern border. As long as we can hold them off, it'll be fine. That means we probably want to build up these... I think I said I wanted some more over here. Silesia, we need to build more railroads in. Let's build... Where do we want them? I guess it doesn't really matter. We could spread them out again. Yeah, let's spread them out. Yeah. Reinforced concrete. We'll add another 20 battalions into the East German sector. This increases the throughput of our construction sector. That's just a free boost. So that's really, really good. Especially since we didn't have to do anything for it. So as the week ticks over, we'll get 142 construction instead of 125. Which of course means we will go through our construction queue that much faster. Oh, it's actually called the Poland HQ. Well then. And we've got 23 in reserves here, we've got 20 in reserves there, and 13 reserves here. How are we doing for relations here? We're doing really good. I think maybe we are starting to get to the point where we won't have that many more actually join up with us. We might need to launch the leadership place against Austria. Sweden still wants to. And 2 Sicilies should really be on our side as well, in my book. How are we doing with the Ottomans? We are maxed out with our relations. A trade agreement would help bring it up. We can't really see what the cost would be for our trade routes. Don't know if we've actually got any trade routes with them. No, we can't just go down there. If we should be able to see that somewhere. Diplomacy, no. Yeah, well, let's have a trade agreement with the Ottomans. That'll help us get up to a better relation with them. And they will accept it as it is. So we're using that as a political tool to help them like us a little bit more. Having the Ottomans on the Austrian southern flank would be good. In real life it was the Italians, of course, that helped Prussia against Austria. Didn't really work out this game because Italy isn't forming. So we don't really have a strong southern nation here. Maybe what's our relation here? Now we can improve our relations a little bit more with the 2 Sicilies. Is our infamy... No, our infamy is totally bled away. It's just going really slow here with integrating these. The southern ones probably don't want to be integrated, and we can't integrate Hanover. So I'm thinking war is probably the next step. And that would be to... Well, who do we want to... I think we want to save the French for last. The French are the strongest economy in the world. They have the almost double our GDP. And this mod, of course, increases how they build up a lot more. Austria is also more powerful than us. Russia is not, but they've got a weak military, as we just saw. Got loads of conscripts, but we should be able to hold them off. And the Danes don't really have anything. If we look here at the... going to war against Denmark. Do we have something that will... It won't really make a difference, but I think this is a friendlier one, and we can add the war goals for Schleswig-Holstein as they... Because they are in a union, they are forced to join the war. And this might also make Russia less inclined. No, we will face these enemies, alright. So Russia is a non-negotiable because they are in a defensive alliance. We can probably give Zealand to Sweden if we got maneuvers left. Could take Danish Togo 14 infamy. Jutland. We don't really want Jutland or Zealand. I don't want to do these either. I think open markets is probably the better war goal here. We do want to get these troops up on the east border first. Or east front. And having more... was that all of them? I think those are... Yeah, we want to get these barracks up to the top as well. These are really quick, but they need time to train. And we obviously need our munitions plants up as well. So we probably need to wait for dynamite before doing anything. Otherwise we won't have the munitions needed. We need to actually build some of these munitions plants as well. How long is our construction queue at the moment? 87 weeks. And that's probably getting most of the things we need. We should be able to boost our... Yeah, what were we? Smooth bores. We probably want to go up to breech loaders here. How are we doing for artillery? 50 more. This would bring in 75 more. That's fine. Leveled out that a little bit. Then we had in Saxony, we also had a... No, not Saxony. Silesia. We had an arms industry. And this one was producing only artillery. 120 more, we don't need that just yet. But we do have the capacity to increase in a lot of these, and that's good. So the prices for these are looking okay at the moment. We got the munitions plants here, which are looking absolutely terrible. But there goes dynamites. And that brings explosive shells, and we are at the exact right place to have a look at them. This will increase the ammunition production by 120. And we need 280 just for the things we have already. And that means we probably don't need to expand them quite as much just yet. And we are now getting 90 per level. Yes. And we need 180. Okay, so let's just get this one up 2 levels for now. We will start there. Lead is expensive. Lead is produced in Silesia. Nitroglycerin. Could go with dynamites here. Now we need more explosives for this. It's not that expensive either. How are we doing for our coal? We have the big coal mines here. We might want to actually go up and use dynamite here. That's 200 more coal. And we need 300 more coal. I think we are producing more. We also got the vacuum evaporation here. That will bring the price of explosives down. And we want to keep bringing the price of explosives down. We're doubling up this. Doesn't look like we need a doubling right now though. 3 levels will be fine. And we're going to keep subsidizing, of course. Our fertilizer is actually doing okay. Guess we built enough farms for it to balance out a little bit more. Yeah, we're selling 600 fertilizer as well. Yeah, we definitely don't want to be doing this. Improved fertilizer is probably one we do want to go to bring up the... maybe we could go for machine guns. That one would be good too. That's more 5 army defense. That's a flat 5. Or war exhaustion from casualties. We don't want to take that much casualties. Let's go for the machine guns. And let's just see in our military goods here how we are doing. We have a deficit of ammunition. We have built all of our barracks. How are they doing in training? They are fully employed. It looks like they are doing okay then. Yes, they are demobilized, as expected. Okay, and what's this diplomatic play all about then? There's a diplomatic play in Ethiopia. Looks like a civil war. Yeah, no, we're not gonna deal with that. And how are we doing with the Fang here? They're probably not that happy with us. No. We don't have that many more provinces to take from them though. But I think we can just let this one run out. Big question here is, do we want to build up some kind of military presence down here too? And this is going to be two different HQs, I'm pretty sure of. Yeah, we've got the Niger and the Congo. And they can be used together, of course. But we could build up... What do we have? Conscription centers here. We don't, because they are... That's level 2 and level 6. Yeah, well, we could be building some barracks here. Just like a... I don't really need a level 21 either. Maybe just a level 10 one. Just so that we can call up some troops up here if needed be. And we don't need to keep them on the highest standards either. They can be on conscription standards. And they don't need to be up at the top of the queue. And let's not use shrapnel artillery here. And let's not use skirmish infantry. So we won't be using ammunition for these, we'll just be using kind of basic troops. These are mostly for defense. Just in case the French try to do anything on this front here, once we end up at war with them. And then we have some extra reserves down there if we need them for something as well. Yeah, we're starting to get a lot of reserves, so we need to fix Posen and Silesia's market access. We don't want to go to war with... no, it's in trade lands. I think these are a little bit weird in the trade lands, but that's the way it is. Okay, so we build... probably should have put them... No, they're both built at the same time. I was thinking we should have had the Posen one at the top, but it doesn't matter because they'll both get constructed in exactly the same pace. Okay, so our munitions plants and fertilizer or chemical plants are getting constructed now. And then it's the Cameroon barracks. Yeah, we're really close here now. Let's make sure if we got any last minute preparations to make. Yeah, transportation is expensive as well. Dyes. Probably want to invest more in our glass industry, would be nice, and clippers. We're selling them abroad? No, we're not. We could probably do with another level on... Actually, this one might not be a bad one either. We need 65. Got a surplus of them. No. Let's go down here and add another level of shipyards here to help with the clippers. We need to check out our dyes. And we can't go to this just yet. That's something that we do want to do soon. That's probably the next thing we want to do, pump jacks. This will double the... maybe even more actually. 500 and we're producing... yeah, it's about a doubling of what we are currently extracting. We are at 25 and this one adds... another 25 it looks like, yeah. And that's the deficit, so I think that's the way we do it here. We don't need to expand this one. But we do need to expand it. We're not trading that much of it either. Or we could bring it up to level 30 or 31. We need to do something with this anyway. How are we doing for sugar? Could bring this one up 3 more levels. And how is all our navy in under one admiral now? It does look like everyone is. He's commanding 10 out of 14. Or because they haven't trained up all of them yet, I think. So fleets do take loads of time to train. North German Elbe, Mecklenburg. Yeah, so these aren't at full strength yet. And that's probably because they've got a shortage of workers there. Budget, probably want to bump this one up to increase that training rate. I think that's gonna be fine. It'll cost us a little bit extra, but it'll remove that training rate penalty, and it should allow all of our barracks and ports or marines to actually be fully staffed. It should help them out with their employment, since they're getting paid more to do this now. We don't have any. No, we don't have Unicol. Westphalia has also fallen down now. We need another level of railways here too. Posen and Silesia we were already building railways in. I think Posen should be fine with just one. Yeah, we need more glass there as well. Unproductive trade routes. Yeah, okay. Now it's productive again. Well then. And glass I think we are building primarily here in Brandenburg. Here we got, did we have one? No, we need more porcelain anyway. And that increases the dye usage and the lead usage. Gonna use dynamites in the lead mines, I think. 600, yeah, we really need to bump up production here by quite a lot. We can probably do to double this one up actually. Yeah. Let's make a big expansion of our glassworks. And let's check the military again here. So we are up to 337 battalions. Let's check on our war against Denmark. If we were to go to war. So we should be, as long as we can keep all these neutral countries out, we should be fine. Austria might want to join in though, and that would be a problem. So we might want to get this. Yeah, okay, they got a strategy of defending their borders. But they shouldn't be joining against us at least. I am a little bit afraid of the Austrians. We are a rival to them. And that gains us loads of influence, so I guess that's good. The British, well, we don't really need them in a... How are we doing for relations with them? Let's top up relations. We are going to war with Russia. And what more did we have that might support? Just make sure that we've got good enough relations with everyone that might join here. So France we can't do that much about. Netherlands we can't do anything about because we got that big -1. Spain would be good to keep out. Yeah, so let's check Spain out. We don't have any relations with them. Let's grab some relations with Spain. And The armed forces are suggesting a more hardline foreign policy towards France due to our poor relations. Okay, so they want us to have... They gain some more approval. They've got loads of approval already. We don't want to get that minus in authority. We are negative already. And especially that minus interest group approval. Well, let's set aside polite formalities. They are the enemy. Well, I mean, they are. Hanover is something that we do want. Now, what would be if we were to go here first? If we were to conquer Hanover. Well, that's two different states. It doesn't really matter. We will be at war with France and Hanover, and hopefully everyone else will stay out. Otherwise we start a big European war. But that would mean facing off against France, which has more troops and of the same technological level as we do. So I think Denmark is still the first choice here. Austria would of course be an alternative as well. And the nation formation here, the leadership play might be a more limited war as well. Because we've got infamy, a lot of these small states will join them. And why would Sweden... What does Austria have over Sweden that we don't? We check diplomacy. Oh, they've got Sweden in their customs union. And a defensive pact. Well, maybe we should be able to sway Sweden into our customs union, but they've probably got a cool down on that. 1870, yeah, I just got them into this. Who can we ally? No, we've got one alliance, that's what they're saying. And no one's going to accept this. Could declare France a rival. I think we might want to hold off just a little bit on that. Yeah, okay, so I don't think there's too much we can do about that. We should be okay against... Yeah, Denmark's gonna have to be the first one. That'll help us clear out this northern front. And then we're gonna have to go for Austria to unify up everything here before we go for France. Now we should be able to hold this front. It'll probably be a war of full mobilization. We probably need to build up our coffers just a little bit more. I think we... Do we want to raise our... No, we'd rather not raise our taxes. How would it be to... Do we have any support for changing? We're starting to get some support for it at least. But yeah, no, we're not going to be able to pass proportional taxation yet. What more do we have going on here? Yeah, we need to sort these out. Okay, so we are still... No, Posen and Westphalia. Westphalia we're building up in. Posen needs yet another level of railways. One wasn't enough. Yeah, we did build a lot here though. We built up loads of farms here. And they all take one infrastructure each, and we built the logging camps here. And we expanded the food industries. And those aren't making a big profit. Okay, so we got this grain from the French market. So much grain we're getting. So even if we got a negative tariff there, Probably worth to keep it coming in, because this grain is still expensive, I'm fairly sure of. Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, a lot of things are looking decent now. A little bit too expensive still, foodstuffs and furniture. The expensive goods, or the luxury goods, are way too expensive. As soon as we can make silk, this is gonna get helped by this. There's not a big demand for it either, but we don't have the standard of living to really start needing these things. Luxury furniture would be good to get the prices down of. I mean, porcelain's gonna go down when we increase the glassworks. Yeah, that's okay. We managed to increase our standard of living by quite a lot though. In the last time. Dye is expensive, this will be fixed. And once we get the automated irrigation. Clippers, I think, didn't we build one? I thought we were building in the second shipyard here. No, in... Okay, it's not finished yet. Well then, that is acceptable. Glass, we're gonna fix that. Sulfur, we're gonna fix that too. With the dynamite, I think. Dynamite is... Oh, we need to build more chemical factories. Because this isn't gonna hold. 90 apiece, I think we said. Yeah, that's... I'm alt-clicking them, we want them up top. That's military goods. But that's gonna be all for today. So thank you very much for watching. Take care, and see you next time.